We got Sionara. Oh my gosh. Sionara versus elsomoose. The winner of this goes to play Taco. The winner of that plays Misty, and the winner of that one plays CM Dingo in the finals. Alright, let's get this match underway.
Alright.
Game's struggling a bit, but that's alright, it'll be fixed in a moment. No worries, Ash. Alright, so just for clarification as well, elsomoose is Taco fan 69420 there.
Okay. Already starting off a little bit of misdrops on Sionara's end, although things are very workable. Whoa.
Yeah, Taco fan has elsomoose definitely has had the cleaner board there, able to clear quite a lot out. Although Sionara has a very clean garbage roll to deal with. In fact, which they used to pop zone with.
Making already a quick Ultimatris.
61 Ultimatris is huge as well.
Sheesh.
That's very good from elsomoose there. Both players pretty neck and neck again. Although I think Sionara has a little bit more on their board to play with.
Yeah, especially with the cleaner board state as well. Waiting for a nice decent double.
Trying to send all they can to each other. Max zone for Sionara. Sionara takes max zone while elsomoose only pops a 3/4 zone, but that might not matter too much. It depends how both of them use it.
Top with the T probably
matter. Oh, and the J
is...
piece on the exit as well, and that is going to be enough to top them out. Unfortunately, that series of missed shots just kind of did it for them. Sionara taking the first point of the match. All right, 6-3 stack for. 6-3 stack, now 2-8. 2-7 for elsomoose. A lot of action going off between two players here.
As you'd expect from a
Sionara's got
just damage
fair
left
bit
and right.
to.
But actually for phase one, this is the boards aren't exactly looking the cleanest. All things considered.
No, and elsomoose has also got quite a lot to deal with here, with not really much space.
Only for a max zone, only having 5 lines is kind of worrying. But
yeah, although even Sionara's having a little bit of trouble, but they're finding their way through it.
Ooh,
a very nice cleanup with those two Z spins.
That's gonna force Taco. Also, just to pop stone there, and is actually going to get quite a lot of reward out of it.
Yeah, also cleans up very nice.
That was looking actually extremely dire, but manages to pull through very nicely.
Sionara maybe not getting as much as they wanted out of that zone, but still manages to clear up very nicely. elsomoose just a little bit higher up on the board, but they do have some very clean garbage when they get there. Popping max zone as well. Sionara also has max zone, but they don't really have too much to send at the moment, so they're trying to get a little bit more material on their board. Maybe trying to neutralize as much garbage as they can from this zone from elsomoose. Perfectress sending 41 lines. Sionara trying to get the IP zone. Doesn't quite flick over. They are able to get 19 lines for a 46 attack, and we're entering phase 3.
Man, oh man.
elsomoose the first to take a hit there. Although this is a crazy looking board from Sionara.
It is interesting, all things considered, and Elso takes a point.
Yeah,
off.
sacked very high up, and maybe a few misshots just not what they were looking for. And elsomoose takes the first point of the match. Or takes the first point. It's all even.
All even up now, folks. TKI on Sionara's end, and a 6-3 on Tacos. Not Tacos, Elso's. It's throwing me off, I swear. I swear. The names on this just...
Oh, it's Sionara already in like a bit of a tough situation. They've got a quarter zone to play with here, although still very much on the back foot, trying to work for as much as they can.
That is quite a lot.
Even again, a lot there, but thankfully the access to that Tetris wall there just opens up just in the nick of time. Alright, elsomoose now up with their zone. Gonna be trying to take advantage of this, trying to send as much as they can. 45 attack.
For Sionara.
Yeah, I think nerves might be setting in here quite a bit.
Possibly in which case. It could just be like, okay, just general misdrops that do happen.
Yeah, that as well. But a lovely Ultimatris.
But
Ultimatris,
that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage, and a misdrop coming out of the zone. It's quite detrimental, but they've got a quarter zone to try and work out of it. They're able to neutralize the majority of the garbage, back down onto their way. Making a very nice cleanup. In fact,
unfortunately, the overhang that Elsa wanted to use to make that T-spin actually ended up, knocking them, topping them out of the board and clipping the T, unfortunately.
It's really unfortunate to see. We've had that happen quite a few times. Normally with the eyepiece, but and any piece can happen with any piece really.
Mm-hmm.
That does mean Sionara does take a second point. elsomoose has a very clean board here, stacking up pretty high, although able to make good use of the garbage that they're getting, and also making use of it in going into zone as well.
And both players are now in zone.
Ooh, cheeky little.
Oh,
finds the 20. 52 attack there.
And 49 coming from Sionara.
Sionara has a nice Tetris wall that they need to work down to. They got it unlocked now. There's the Tetrises.
Damn is constantly going into damage is constantly going into Elso's board.
Sionara popping a full zone. They're very low on the board, but they might be able to stack it up quite quickly. elsomoose also going into a zone, maybe looking for a STSD there, getting both of the T-spins. Can they get the eyepiece over? They're able to get it in. Gets T-spin double. A Perfectress from Sionara, sending 52 lines going into phase 3. Although they're both pretty neck and neck. elsomoose does counter most of it, but looking very even. elsomoose taking a big few hits though. That's a lot of messy garbage for them to work through, but
meanwhile,
they do have a fair bit of zone.
Only one pip of garbage is there, just bothering a Sionara, and even then, not
and now
a
just
problem
cleaned
anymore.
out too.
8-line zone coming in from elsomoose's side, but meanwhile, is that a full or 3/4 zone? I think it's a full zone.
But look how quickly it drains though. On phase 3, even with a full zone, you don't really get that much time to play. So you gotta act quickly, you gotta be efficient.
However, Elso is able to make effective use out of it, but unfortunately, Sionara pressure is just too much.
They're not quite able to build up that quarter zone charge that they needed to try and offset a little bit more garbage. That's Sionara taking the third point of the match.
Okay.
Alright, quick start.
Hot start, same as usual.
Look at that, Tetris is back-to-back Tetris right in sync there. Although elsomoose is the first to get a max zone charge. Although they haven't got too much to work with at the moment, a few missed shots. Although not much. Although they're able to work with it pretty well. Sionara working out their zone. 51 attack for an 18-line zone. Another zone coming in from elsomoose. Trying to get out what they can. Ooh, a little bit of a misshot on the L there.
I don't think he wanted to. I don't think that's where it was intended to place.
No, not at all.
Burn a quarter zone there. Still is going to receive a little bit of garbage. Luckily, does have a down stack.
That is a nice down stack. Although the rest of that Tetris field is blocked off. They need to get down to it. They've got access to it. Got the Tetris.
Okay, and looks like they Elso's trying to get some momentum back in his favor.
Yeah, they're definitely back on their way now. Finding a T-spin triple at top of the board as well.
But it doesn't seem to be bothering Sionara too much.
No.
Both players at max zone. Also popping his off.
Finds a T-spin double at top of the board there for the Opterist. Sends a healthy chunk of garbage.
Sends a healthy chunk of garbage, however, I'm worried what Sionara has cooking.
This
honestly.
is a big zone coming in. 18.
And also has multiple
Oh,
setups.
not quite able to get
57 lines. The garbage is off the charts. How will Elso contest this?
They might have been looking for the altimetrist there, but that's a lot of garbage for. That's a lot of garbage, and they're just not able to deal with it, unfortunately.
Sionara on match points.
elsomoose really needs to start making the comeback here to try and stay in the game.
Oh, gentlemen waiting. Oh, we're seeing an NKO from Elso here.
A little bit of a slow start, but thankfully everything's alright. Both players just building up their zone, trying to make use of each other's garbage. That's the one thing about zone phase 1 as well. Sometimes you don't want to be the first person to send garbage.
Yeah, I mean,
those
like,
clean garbage lines do work in your favor sometimes.
No, yeah, absolutely. Clean garbage, that's just free damage for you right there.
Yeah, if someone sends you a perfect clear, most of the time you just send it right on back.
No, yeah, it's just like it's a nice little back and forth, but it kind of creates a paradox of just like, okay, wait a second. If I receive damage, I deal more damage. I deal more damage. However, that damage can be used against me, but that damage can I can use that damage that's used against me against my opponent. So it's just like it's a continuing paradox of just paradox of just like, okay,
absolutely,
what's the actual plan just to actually like do? Do you take take the damage? Do you just send it out? Like, how do you want to play? Like, of course you need to balance out the damage so you don't get overwhelmed by the amount of clean garbage that takes you right to the very top. But anyway.
So Tetris from Sionara, sending a clean 20-ish lines. elsomoose is going to want to try and downset this quickly. They're not leaving much room. That might prove fatal, but not quite actually.
Not quite. It still has some room to work with, but that garbage is looking very messy, and Sionara is
it's definitely piling up as well. Sionara is not letting off of that pressure. Going into zone, the Z miss shot does end their zone early.
And I think that's going to give Elso a chance to at least buffer a bunch of that damage. Coming into the T-spin.
T-spin trip, T-spin double. It's still not really looking good for elsomoose. Sionara still has a much cleaner board. They need to keep keep putting on that pressure. Although elsomoose is trying their best here to survive. They're
Quarter zone.
making a very good effort of it.
Mhm.
Still a quarter zone left.
Just
Still
get to just
just
time.
about hanging on here. That's a
able to
lot.
survive with
That,
that, but that
there's
might be
no
that might be a little too much. Is it going to get in a quarter zone left? Ooh.
Oh, topped out there by the Zed. Just trying to get that extra bit of zone charge, and they weren't quite able to get it. That's
Unfortunate,
a
but,
victory for Sionara, 5-1.
Sionara was able to get all the momentum there and just ran with it all the way to the very end.
Absolutely. Well played, both of you. And Sionara will move on to losers round 6 against Taco.
No, very well done, and congratulations to Elsa for making it far.
Absolutely.